Hello, hello, hello. How you doing? What's up? Here to bring messages for the collective really quick. Still under the weather, y'all. Still not feeling good, but we gonna keep it moving. There's work to be done. I'm interested to see where the stream of energy is right now. So let's tap in. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, please. No, for real, like real quick. Just look over, click the subscribe button. Then you won't have to do it no more. Click the notification bell so you know whenever I release new content. If you've already subscribed, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you so very much. Let's get into it. What is this energy that I'm feeling, Spirit? What is this energy? Ooh, the Ace of Cups, a new emotional opportunity is being brought to you by Spirit. And for some, it's being brought to you by your passed on loved ones, normally dragonflies. Dragonflies like cardinals, specific things, birds. You might see feathers and stuff outside, you know, when you're walking outside your door to your house in significant places, even all the way down to like coins. If you see like silver coins in odd places, you know, that's just letting them know that they're with you. This is something that's being given to you because you haven't been having wishful thinking about what's been going on in your life lately. And I say that because we have the star in reverse. Haven't been having wishful thinking about what's been going on. Okay, there's some kind of offer that's coming into you kind of quickly. Knight of Cups. Oh yeah. They also have seahorses here in this picture, and if I think about it, I think seahorses they mate for life, I believe. So this is some kind of offer coming in. Oh my God! And the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. This is some kind of relationship that's being gifted to you by your passed over loved ones. You can't really see this either. You can't really see this coming in at all just yet. You got the Ace of Swords in reverse. So yeah, you're not really seeing this. You haven't received the truth about this yet, whatever this offer is. So this is something that's completely under your radar right now. You're too busy in, man, I don't think anything good is going to happen to me kind of energy right now. So you're not really seeing it. But something about you believes that it is coming to you, that it is owed to you. Not, I ain't going to say owed, but you just have a belief that something good is going to happen. Your energy says otherwise, but like deep down inside, subconsciously, you know that you are due something great. And that's what I'm seeing right here. And so it feels as if that's probably coming into fruition here. This is coming from like higher up and being pulled down into the 3D reality that we live in. Yeah, your options are about to open up as well. For some of you, this is a love proposal from somebody. And to others, this is just opening a gateway. You see, again, we have dragonflies all over. You know, this is being brought from passed over loved ones, ancestors. That's what I'm seeing. Very heavy here. But your options are about to open up. Either way that I mentioned it, this is a gift coming from, oh wow, the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. It's some swift action is about to be taken. Yeah, wow, towards your Ten of Cups. What kind of swift action is being taken towards your Ten of Cups? King of Pentacles. You got fucking 3 kings. Sorry, 2 knights and a King of Pentacles. Yo, this is awesome. This is really awesome. If I was feeling a little bit better, I might be way more enthusiastic about this. But yeah, man, this looks really good. There's for some of you, it has something to do with the ending of something, the ending of a love relationship that's bringing in an Ace of Pentacles. This is really beautiful, man. And it's not beautiful that something had to end in order for blessings to come in. But if it wasn't ended for no reason, you know what I mean, collective? It wasn't ended for no reason. If it was perfectly good for you and you were already sitting in the Ten of Cups, we wouldn't be talking about it. So it had to end in order for the new opportunities to come in for you. There's butterflies all over this one. It's a transformation for you. So a relationship had to end in order for this to happen. You were dealing with a King of Swords in reverse. And again, this has been connecting with other things too. It just feels like an overall energy of, all right, I'm gonna talk about it after this. But you were dealing with the King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody who, very ego-driven. Yeah, they just very judgmental and overly critical of whatever decisions that you make. But when they're left to make decisions for themselves and lead, they can't lead at all either. That's the energy of this person. Like I said, very ego-driven as well. They believe that they're the shit. They know everything. To people who are involved with an energy like this, you know what I'm talking about. They didn't know how to move forward at all. As a matter of fact, their life was filled with distractions. And I think that you probably were intertwined with that. And those distractions that they were dealing with was keeping you from being able to move forward as well. And like we were saying before, the Two of Cups in reverse, you know, getting rid of that relationship, it wasn't for nothing. It was for a reason. Now you have a brand new opportunity coming in. To some of you, it could be a younger fire sign that's going to come in. It could be a small offer starting out, you know, and it could possibly bloom into something greater later. But that's what I'm seeing here. Oh my God. It's time to go to work. It's time to put in the work. Got the Eight of Pentacles followed by the Knight of Pentacles, right? Time to go to work. It's going to be a slow burn. You're getting ready to start something that is going to take you putting in work. But another thing that I heard on top of that is it seems like you don't really have a problem putting in the work. It's like just knowing the direction that you need to put the work into and knowing that it's good for you is what inspires you to even do the work, collective. And that's what I keep getting. That's what I feel. I feel that very strongly. Knight of Pentacles is one of the slowest knights in the deck, right? But once that Knight of Pentacles arrives, that's the most fruitful night in the whole, you know, game of tarot, right? Once it makes it, so very slow. You're always waiting and waiting. You've been waiting on this for so long. You've been waiting on this for so long. But once that night arrives, your resources and your finances, like everything, it's everything that you've been looking for. It's everything that you've been looking for, right? That's that night, you know, you waited for a long time and that shit finally hits and it's like you hit the lottery and everything is King of Cups energy too. Something is going on here. This is very strong, very magical, whatever this is. Yeah, like I said, it's a gift. Yeah, you had to have the Tower happen in order for your breakthrough to take place, collective. And those of you who are still reeling from that breakup, you just need to understand that this was done for a reason. This was divinely orchestrated for you to get to where you need to go. This was divinely orchestrated for you to get to where you needed to go, collective. Yeah, ending the cycle. You're done with the backstabbing and feeling bad. And, you know, again, do you see the dragonflies all in there? There was secrets involved in this situation that you were in, shit that you don't know about, that spirit has protected you from. Instead of showing you that and watching you crash out and possibly hurt yourself or other people or go to jail or something like that, they just pulled your fucking parachute. and snatched you out of the situation. That's what they did. You were in a Nine of Wands energy. You know it. Nine of Wands energy is, just feeling like it's a lot of anxiety and just feeling like you can't get out of something. Not only getting out of something, you just constantly going through the same circles and cycles in your mind of all the battles and all the shit that you've been through. And you just keep revisiting it and keep hurting yourself, revisiting and keep hurting yourself. You're a wounded warrior, but you can't help but keep reflecting on all the shit that you've been through. And if all that shit came from this King of Swords in the reverse, then yeah, that person's got to get removed. Your people don't like that. Your people don't like seeing you like that. You're getting ready to move on. We got the World. It came in sideways. You're 50% to another graduation is what I heard. Not just one graduation. This is a whole nother graduation. This time you're about to start doing things for yourself, collective. This is all about you now. Hey, this is all about you now. To the ones that's overextending and overgiving and all that shit's done. They want to see you give to yourself in this chapter. They want your gifts that they're giving to you to be for you. And you don't need to include anyone else. This is to build you up. You have to understand that. Otherwise, it's a waste. It's a waste of a blessing. If you're just gonna go on and give it to somebody else and not bring yourself out of the dumps for a change and do something for yourself. I have a feeling I'm talking to the overextenders. I have a feeling that it's the people that just do for everybody until they're empty, and then they're upset because they're empty. But they can't help but to keep giving and giving and giving. Spirit is saying no. That era is over. People need to prove to you 100% that they are down to ride and die for you and pour into your cup. And you need to make them. You need to make them is what Spirit say. You need to make them prove. Make them prove this go round, okay? You already know that if you don't take that advice, you're not going to get to the 10 of Pentacles. Your money will never be right. If you give in this next season, if you do the same shit that you was doing before, the money is never going to get back. It's never going to get to where you want it to be. There will be no transformation. We're going after happiness this go round, and happiness has something to do with you. In that relationship that you were in, you were the person making yourself happy. You were the person making yourself happy, and I think you realized that. You were giving and giving and giving, and you were enjoying while you were giving, but then you realized, damn, I'm the only person giving. So does that mean I was making myself happy? Yeah, that's exactly what that meant. That's exactly what that meant, collective. So you received the clarity and you received a roadmap on how to be happy here, and that's giving to yourself this go round, like for real. You need to be stingy. You're going to have, okay, so what it looks like right now is as soon as this energy flips and you come out of whatever this is that you've been in, that's been hurting you and keeping you in this nasty loop over and over again, it looks like you're about to have offers coming in. You have multiple nights coming in, and people rushing in really quickly to try to, be there for you or whatever. You need to use your discernment when it comes down to all of them. Don't just jump at the first one, and just pay attention to what's going on. When you call all your energy back and you have that energy within yourself, people can sense that shit from a mile away, and they want you to give to them. So you have multiple pages. These are people that I can't say immature. I can say young. They might have all the promises in the world to do this and do that and do this, and they might not be able to do that at the time that you need them to do it. And this is something that you can grow into if you choose to, right? With these offers from these pages. But when it comes down to the knights, these are people you got to be careful. You got to be careful with all of them anyway. But like Spirit said, this is the season for you now. This is not the season to accept all these offers and have your energy all spread out all across. You're not giving to yourself anymore. You're back giving to other people. So you really need to pay attention to what's going on. Once you get into your, when you get into your mojo, once you standing on your shit, everybody's gonna want to come over. You're so much more attractive when you have all of your energy and you're doing you, and you're not concerned about other people. That's when everybody wants you. That's when everybody wants to be a part of what you got going on. You're mysterious because you don't give a damn about being in a relationship with anybody, and so that draws everybody in. You need to understand that that is what's beginning to happen already, and you ain't even got started yet. So just imagine how long this circus is going to go on, the longer you are just giving to yourself. So this is just the beginning, and you need to learn that this is what it's going to be when you're giving to yourself. You're so radiant. You're so beautiful. You're so handsome to my dudes that's out there. You know, you're standing on yours. You're smelling good everywhere you go. You're taking care of your appearance. You're making sure that you're in shape. Like, everything fucking changes now. And they're all going to want a piece of that cake. Everybody a piece of that cake. Everybody wants that, you know. Everybody's going to want you. And some of them ain't going to let you be outside no more than 2 days. They already trying to drag you back into a dungeon and start fucking harvesting or whatever it is that they do. They want that shit from you. Okay? They want that from you. So you got page offers coming in. You got knights rushing in. This is some shit that you need to pay attention to, because you're going to put yourself back in the same place that you were. To some of you that, you know, had this energy of, you know, mourning what you had going on, crying about the relationship that you had. Man, I wish this person would have acted right. Well, you know what? If they wanted to, they would have. If you want to, you do. If anyone wants to do something, they would have, you know. I heard this dude talking on TikTok, you know, and it was a guy, and he was upset about his girlfriend or his wife or whatever. And she didn't want to do anything for him, and she didn't want to spend any time with him. She acted like it was a burden to do this, that, and do that, and, you know, everything for him or whatever. He said, but let Chris Brown ask that girl to do the same thing, ask that woman to do the same thing. He said she'll break her neck to do all of that stuff, and she'll wear whatever he wants her to wear and do all kind of stuff like that, because that's Chris Brown and she really wants to be with him. So that woman, if she really wanted you, she would break leashes. She would do whatever it takes to be with you and do whatever it is that you need. Right? That's the same thing goes for women, too. If that dude really wanted to be with you, he would fucking clear the schedule. Both sides, they would clear the schedule. They will go through hell and high water to make sure that you are the one that knows that they want to be with you. They would. And a lot of people need to understand that. There's a lot of excuses being made in relationships and stuff like that. And that's what I see a lot of. You're giving one-sided, right? Why isn't that person giving to you? Because they're fucking giving it to somebody else. They're putting their attention into something else. It's not always people. They're putting all of their energy into something else, and they don't care because they know that you're always going to be there. And that's why they come to you when it's convenient, and they take from you. And that's what your life is. And, you know, it looks like a lot of people are coming out of that. But some of you have been doing this shit for so long that, you know, you still wish that this person would change. Well, they would have changed if they wanted to change. Well, now Spirit has came in and the change is here. They're changing it for you. Some of you are going to get dragged away from this whether you like it or not. Some of you are going to fall victim to all of these nights and these damn pages. As soon as you open the door and step outside, you're going to get taken right back in. Those are the people that are codependent. You know, you got to look at yourself. Are you codependent? Do you need to work on that? You know, is that something that you need to fix? Do you always have to be with somebody? This gift is for you. It is not for all of these people. You got to understand that. You'll get it. Yeah, your higher self has stepped into this shit. Because you couldn't make a choice on what it is that you wanted to do. So your higher self has had enough. I'm stepping in. Yeah, I'm going to shut the door. Yeah, I'm going to show them all the things. The higher self pulled the veil back. Some of you found out some things that you didn't even know what was going on. Excuse me. That was your higher self that pulled the curtain back. I'm sick, y'all. I'm sorry, but I still got to get these messages out. That was your higher self. Your higher self pulled the veil back and said, look, This is what you haven't been seeing, and I've been trying to warn you, but you've been not listening to the information I'm trying to give to you. You're not meditating. You're not doing anything. Instead, you're just too caught up in something that is not good for you. So you couldn't make a choice, so your higher self stepped in, made the choice for you, sat you down. For some of you, you had to sit down and all of your resources and everything stopped. Everything that you were doing that was taking your attention away from what was going on behind the scenes, all of that stopped. That was the Most High stepping in and stopping everything. You wonder why you're not making any more money? You wonder why nobody's calling you on the phone? You wonder why your vehicle's not working anymore? Because you needed to sit your ass down somewhere. And that's what your higher self did. Sat your ass right down. You had to sit there and think, and then you had to look around. Yeah, your higher self showed you that there was third-party activity, whether that be other people just interfering in your relationship or actually your person being in a relationship with somebody else. And this is the justice that's happening. You're being pulled out of it. That's the truth. That's what your higher self showed you. To some of y'all, it broke y'all, showing you the reason why, that your damn finances wasn't right. Yep, sat your ass down. Yeah, some of you are still in the contemplation mode where you're just laying there and thinking about shit every day. You've been sat down so that you can think and see and evaluate and make the moves that you need to make. Some of you are not going to make the move, let's be honest. Some of you are going to go right back to the same bullshit. There's some kind of communication coming in from a Knight of Pentacles. Somebody that takes forever to get to where they need to go. That could be the person that you're moving away from. Shout out to the earth signs. This could be an earth sign. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I'm getting a message from them. What is this message about, Spirit? This message is about them wanting to move forward with you. You know why? You're taking your energy away from them and you're moving away from them. And they're the first person to see that glow. And they're like, I don't know what they've gotten into. They've changed. And I want to be a part of that. I don't want to get left behind. They're on their way somewhere. Something's going on. They're going to tell you that they got rid of all of the shady activity and that they no longer want to be this way. They're making a change. That's what they're going to tell you that. So you're hearing it here first. Some of you have probably already heard that. There's groups of people that are ahead on this already. There's groups of people that are behind in these steps as well. But this message is here for all three of those groups. You know, it doesn't matter. That's the energy of what's going on right now. They're going to tell you that they are no longer doing this no more. Be careful of half truths being told to you, collective. Be careful of these people not telling you the full story, because they're going to try to do that. And guess what? If you take them back, you'll get the full story later. And then you're really going to be hurt. Then you really might crash out. So yeah, they want to tell you how, man, I've gotten rid of all that shit I used to do. I'm no longer just going to take. I'm no longer going to do that anymore. I love you. You're the one for me. I realize you're the one for me. It's always some bullshit like that. And that's what's coming. Why didn't they realize that before? While they was taken and that ego was bumping heavy. Yeah, this is what you look like to them. Do you understand? They want a part of that. They want a piece of that shit. They're no longer confused is what they want to tell you. I'm no longer confused about what it is that I want to do. I'm no longer confused about where I want to put my time and my effort. I want to build. I want to work with you, and we're going to make it better. We're going to do it right. That's what's coming out of their mouths. Yeah. Could turn into an argument when you tell them that you just want to do you. Could turn into an argument. It's going to hurt, but that's where the change comes in. Right when you let them know, nah, we did that already. We're not doing that anymore. That's when Spirit says, oh, he gets it. Push the button, the change button, the big red button. And that's when you begin to do everything. That's when you begin to manifest this whole new beginning for yourself, okay? It comes down to you making that decision. This energy is so transformative right now. This is where your victory is at. Do you understand? Do you understand? This is where your victory is at. Do you understand? It comes with this conversation that's coming up where they're going to try to come to you. Some of you, they haven't said anything to you at all. You guys probably aren't even in no contact. Some of you aren't talking to each other at all, but they're just going to come out of the blue and they're going to want to talk. And it's because they've been trying to devise a plan on how to tell you without telling you the fuck they've been doing. And so they're going to hide the most hideous, heinous parts of what they've been doing. And they're going to try to give you some powdered sugar coated piece of shit and hope that you don't taste it. That's what they're going to do. They're going to feel like it's not fair when you decline them on this. This might send somebody really to acting stupid. So you might as well get ready to get away from being around this person. You don't want, yeah. You have to be assertive and protect yourself. Like, be defensive and stand on business. Stand on the decision that you've made. And that's when your opportunity is coming in. I'm telling you, it has a lot to do with you making a decision. A lot of things happen in life due to us making a sound decision that we're done with something. And that opens the doors for a lot of things. And this is one of those situations, right? When you stand up and say, you know what, I am done. And I'm serious about it. It's in your bones. It's in your soul to say, I am completely finished with you. And you're kind of like, it's like banishing something away from you. It's almost like a spell that just releases. Some of you may say, oh, I'm releasing you. That's it. And I think you should say that because that really works in these situations. It's the intention that you put behind it, you know? It's the intention that you put behind those words. But there's something very special about this conversation, okay? There's a lot of emphasis on this conversation. They're showing you what's all in store for you and you know, what to get ready for and what to look out for, all the good things, all of the offers that's going to come in or whatever. And then they took us back to this conversation that is going to happen. Somebody is circling the block and they know that you've changed and you don't want nothing to do with them anymore. And you've taken your energy back and more than likely they look crazy. Just remember that there's secrets, right? There's secrets. There's things that you don't know that Spirit kept you from seeing because they knew that it would destroy you. There's something going on with that shit. Okay? You see that moon? There's secrets. So you need to stand on it, what you decided. There's more to this story. Once you hear whatever it is they're talking about, just remember there's more. But wait, there's more. Okay? You got to remember that when you make your decision. But either way it go, once the decision is made and it's the decision to no longer deal with this anymore, and you banish this, whatever this energy is away from you, then you move on. Yeah, you definitely got younger fire sign that wants to come be around you. That's probably, it could be who you're talking to here. I'm getting heavy earth and I'm getting heavy fire signs here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. They don't want to feel defeated anymore, man. And when they're feeling defeated, that means you've already had something going on with them and you've declined them. So it could be that's coming for you. So just know that. They don't want to feel defeated anymore. Oh, man. They don't want you to leave. They don't want you to leave. Please stay here. We can grow. There's so much growth that like we didn't put enough time into, you know what I mean? It's like a bunch of stuff that's going to happen all of a sudden. People that didn't have any emotions towards you and didn't give a shit and treated you like an option are now going to bust open like a piñata filled with love and good stuff all of a sudden. Where was all that when you guys were going through what you were going through, because it looks like it was a lot that you were going through. Where was all of that? Oh, some of them might say that they're pregnant. For you fellas out there. And that is a thing. I've went to break up with a woman before, and she said that she was pregnant. It was like last resort, and it was like, come on, man. I've known stories of people going to buy positive pregnancy tests from girls that were selling them online so that they can show that to their person and lie and say that they're pregnant just to keep that person around. Then they later say that they lost the baby. But by that time, that person's already hooked back in and they can continue doing the bullshit that they were doing. Wake up, collective. Fellas. Oh, that was a lot. Let's try that again. Yeah, they're going to pretend to be pregnant because they don't have anything else. They've lied about everything else, and that's their last resort. Yeah, and this is what the energy that they're going to be stuck in once this shit is over with. And this is something that they built for themselves. They built their own self-imposed mental imprisonment. They did this shit to themselves. And they're not going to be able to leave that prison. Because it's not the first time that they've done this before. It's not the first time they've done this. They can't close out cycles. They can't close out cycles. This is a lesson that they've been ducking. They plan on it, but they never do it. They don't know how to close out cycles, Spirit says. Yeah, this is not your soulmate. Get it together, collective. There's no opportunity with this person, no inspiration. If I'm talking to the right people, right, this person doesn't have a thing, right? And when I say they don't have a thing, they don't do anything creative. They don't do anything at all. Now, some of them might have a job. Okay, cool. But I mean, they have no passion. They have no inspiration. They have no drive to do anything else in life. They have no dreams at all. And you know why they don't have any dreams? It's because they do shady shit. They're interested in toxic, shady stuff. And that's where their attention goes to. You might not even be like that. And they might even be keeping that from you, that they get their rocks off by seeing, shit on the internet that's horrible, or shady shit like people cheating and stuff like that. They probably like that shit. It doesn't matter. You out. You're leaving. You're leaving. You're not concerned about any offers from this person. And you're moving into growth. And I'm going to kick it and leave it right there. Because I love you all. And I can't wait to see. Hey, you got to make a choice. Okay? That came out again. Excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm under the weather. But, we still going to get this work. We still going to put in this work. But yeah, the conversation is coming for you to have, and you need to be ready and be fully equipped to be able to get out of this conversation the way that you need to, and move forward in your life and do something that makes you happy and pour into yourself for a change. This is a gift from Spirit. If you duck it, fuck it. You'll be stuck right back there with them and living in that life that you were already living and begging to get out of. Either way it go, I love you, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.